What's underneath? Halloween's around the corner, and today we're going to check out some properties with a spooky twist. Hey, my name is Sean from Property Edition, and on our channel I've shown you beautiful sea views, breathtaking city views, but can you imagine waking up every single day to a cemetery view overlooking the tombstone? So this is the first location we're going to check out. I'm in Yin Foh Kuan Cemetery, and this piece of land belongs to Ying Fo Fui Kun, a Singapore Hakka clan association. If you look around, it's surrounded by the HDBs. It's so unusual to find a cemetery of this size right in the middle of the city. What's surprising is the graves in this cemetery. They are all arranged in neat rows and of identical design. And I noticed that the place is so well kept and clean. And when I stepped in earlier, I just felt serene and peaceful, even though it was located right next to a busy road. This is what it feels like fronting the cemetery. Regardless of whether the cemetery is here or not, we are seeing a lot of strong demand in this location, District 10, Queenstown Estate. So the HDBs here are transacting at $1 million or more. And mainly is because it is a close proximity to Orchard, downtown and CBD area. So we are seeing a huge potential in time to come. Now let's check out the next location. I've shown you what's like living next to a cemetery, and now, how do you feel about living next to a haunted house?
A solitary abandoned bungalow standing in the middle of nowhere. We had to investigate.
What used to be a sprawling 6-bedroom grand bungalow is now broken down and all sealed up. But what could this house be hiding on the inside?
I'm in District 19, Punggol, and standing right next to this 120-year-old haunted bungalow called Matilda House. And it is now a clubhouse with function room and reading room. And since DOP in 2015, it has 882 units surrounding it in the prominent location condo called Treasure Trove. This bungalow was built in 1902 by Alexander William Cashin for his wife Sarah Cashin. And they are one of the wealthiest Eurasian family here in Singapore from Ireland. And Matilda House was actually named after his mother, called Josephine Matilda Cashin. And this house boasts 6 bedrooms, raised floor, and they have entrances on both sides. See, they got a history here. They show you more about the Cashin family and how it was founded. Rumours had begun to spread how the 3 construction workers had died mysteriously during the scheduled demolition. The spirit, which reportedly came in the form of a lady sitting on top of the nearby tree, they glared angrily at the onlookers. And some claim that this house was protected by an ancestral spirit, and the simple act of entering this building means death. Subsequently, the iconic building was given a conservation status by URA and is not to be demolished. A developer bought the land, and you can see a condominium has been built around it. This is such a rare architecture in Punggol that I believe is really one of the rare ones that you can find anywhere in Singapore. But I like the house. You look at the flooring, you look at the architecture design, check out the pendant light. Regardless of the spooky history, this project has seen a price hike of 37% from back in 2011 at $850 per square feet to at present $1,350 per square feet. And because Punggol is a developing estate with rising demand, so we are seeing a lot of amenities that is really conducive for families to grow up in. And besides, the families these days are less concerned of the history because they are of the younger generation and more about how the space and location can serve their needs. Despite the stories surrounding this house, would you consider living here? Let's move on to the next side. By now you probably can recognize this vibrant park where you have the condominiums that's fronting the reservoir, and right here at Bedok Reservoir Park you have a lot of activities can be found here, like strolling, jogging, kayaking, and even dine at the cafe that's open daily. However, do you know that there is a long string of dark history behind it, as this site is relatively well known in Singapore for being a suicide destination.
You're with News 5 tonight. The bodies of a woman and a young boy were found this morning floating in the waters of Bedok Reservoir. Part of a decomposed human body was found there this morning.
It's morbid, we know. From 2011 to 2012, there are 6 suicide cases that happened right at this reservoir, and there's still several cases that's leading up to date. And that's also why you find a lot of CCTVs that's strategically placed all over. The multiple suicides sparked government intervention when an inter-religious blessings was organized in 2011. The religious leaders from the 8 faiths took turns to bless the site. And ironically, on the morning of the blessing ceremony, the 6th body was found. And the location has since become the subject of the paranormal discussions. It would seem like the reoccurrence would deter the buyers from moving here in Bedok Reservoir, but the data has shown that the prices are unaffected and has shown a steady increase. And this location is well known for the waterfront living near the good schools and nature. Come, let's head up to the final destination. As we all know, that Sentosa is home to exciting events, theme attractions, sandy beaches, and a long history. It was previously used as a British military base and afterwards as a Japanese prisoner of war camp. And it was also called Pulau Belakang Mati, which means island behind death, where executions had took place in the pristine beaches. And there have been sightings of ghostly soldiers on the quieter side of the island. Sentosa Cove is one of the world's most prestigious oceanfront residential with highly coveted, luxurious condominium and bungalows since 2006. And what's special is foreigners can apply for a foreign person purchase to buy a bungalow here in Sentosa Cove. And there are about 350 bungalows as huge as 10,000 square feet surrounded by the seas with no gate, like a Stafford charm. However, over a decade ago, back in 2010, there was an infamous case over a Chinese national that was found drowned in the pool of a bungalow. It was since then ruled as an accident, but it was called Sentosa Cove Death Bungalow. We're not going to dwell on the past, but houses like this with a green past will definitely deter the home buyer, but it's surely an opportunity for the long-term investor. After several months, the bungalow appeared in the news again as the seller eventually sold the property for an astonishing price at $13.6 million, well below its estimated valuation. And over the years, if the bungalow was renovated, brand new and stunning, it will be like the story of Sentosa Island. After being rejuvenated, the history is forgotten and life moves on. Even though superstition is prevalent in Singapore, it has little effect in the sentiment and profitability in the long term. Based on my experience over the years, real estate transaction has always been healthy in the market, even during Hungry Ghost Festival. And for generations, real estate has always been the asset class of choice. So as the saying goes, always buy to wait, not wait to buy. I hope you enjoyed watching this episode. Happy Halloween, and I'll see you in the next video.